Good. Well, everybody, since the theme is since it's Shavuot, Chag Sameach, everyone, and Good Yontif. Our theme is the mountain, going up to the mountain and getting the Torah, which is the Shavuot theme. So we're going to start by saying Esa Einai El Harim, which is lift our eyes to the mountains. So if you know it, sing along. If not, listen and clap your hands. And so here it is. Esa enai el harim me'ayin ya'avo ezri. Esa enai el harim me'ayin ya'avo ezri. Ezri me'im Adonai Ose shamayim ba'aretz. Ezri me'im Adonai Ose shamayim ba'aretz. Esa enai el harim me'ayin ya'avo ezri. Esa enai el harim me'ayin ya'avo ezri. Ezri me'im Adonai Ose shamayim ba'aretz. Ezri me'im Adonai Ose shamayim ba'aretz.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. It's so exciting to see all of you. Chag Sameach. Happy Shavuot, everyone. I'm excited. We're going to say some Shabbat prayers, and then we are going to be making our Mount Sinai Sundays together. Kind of give me some hands up if you're excited to make your Sundays.
Woohoo!
And listen to how we receive the Ten Commandments up on Mount Sinai. I'd like to invite the Schwartz family. So Amy, Larry, and Sam, if you will light our Shabbat candles, and Brad will lead us in the candle lighting blessing. If you have candles with you, please light along.
Awesome. I am looking for you guys on the Zoom, and let's just assume that you guys are lighting as we speak.
Are indeed.
All right, good. So it goes, so the bracha is, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner, shel yom tov v'shabbat. Amen.
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 And even though tonight is the second night of our holiday, it's the first night that we've gathered this way. Many of us went to different learnings throughout the city. But Brad, would you also lead us in the Shehechianu?
Sure. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehechianu vehigianu vekiyamanu lazeman hazeh. Amen.
So wonderful. We are going to wanted to make sure that anybody who needed to say Kaddish and was coming onto the our Zoom service tonight, but maybe wasn't planning to stay for building the Sundays, that we'd have an opportunity to say Kaddish early. So I'm going to invite you to unmute yourselves if you would like to say the names of those that we honor with Kaddish as we take this moment. I'm going to invite you to say their names now, and then we'll join together in saying the prayer.
Say Graham.
Why do I say Graham?
Sarah Lautner.
Why do I say Graham?
Because we want to say a prayer for her.
Marilyn Tukolsky-Lefton.
Pauline Nenna.
Stephen Schwartz.
And Bernie Gross.
Jason Bach.
Eric Rackelman.
It's Graham.
Jorge Castillejo.
Mommy, what's that name?
Doris Sherman.
There's Graham.
She's not on here. We're saying a prayer for her.
Zichronam livracha, may their memories be a blessing. Yitkadal v'yit
Yid Gadash, Shanei Rabba,
Amen.
Yalma divrach
Yivrach
Yamlich
Yotei, Yamlich
Malchutei
Malkutei,
Chayehon
Chayhon, Vio Mechon, Chayed
Chayed
Chol Beit Yisrael,
Rachel
Yeah.
I don't want to say
Ba
grandma.
Ibizma
You say
Karev,
It's fine.
Vimru Amen.
Yehesh
Hesh
me
me
Rabba
Rabba
Mevorach
Mavorach Le'olam Romei Omaya,
Yiparach
Yisbarach
v'yishabach
V'yisbach,
v'pa'ar
Yisbarar
v'yitramam
V'yibramam
v'yitnaseh
V'yitnaseh,
It is.
v'tadar
V'yitaleh,
v'yitaleh
They're praying in
v'yitalav
Hebrew.
Made Kudusha Brechu,
Can you
v'richu
just get my eyes?
That's
ve'ela
it's not
Amen
kol
Kol,
birchata
Birchata
shirata
B'Shirata,
v'chata
Damiran,
v'nechemata
Macha,
v'chata
Damiran,
ve'alma
Emerald, Rimru,
v'amen
Amen.
yehesh
Shalom
lamaraba
Marabo, Ben
v'shemaya
Shemayo,
v'chaim
V'chaim
alenu
Aleinu, V'yakol Yisrael,
Amen.
v'yakol
Amen.
yoshvei tevel
Tevel,
v'imru
Rimru,
amen.
Amen.
And so that last line talks about there being peace in the heights. May there be peace for all of, for the entire world. And for the entire world. And may we take this moment, welcome the spirit of peace with us this Shabbat as we sing Shalom Aleichem. And then we're going to take a moment we'll have a brief breakout room tonight just to introduce ourselves and wish each other a happy holiday and a good Shabbos. And then we'll come back together for Lachadodi, and then we'll build our mountains.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון. מי מלך מלאכי המלאכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ברכוני לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון. מי מלך מלאכי המלאכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. צאתכם לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון. מי מלך מלאכי המלאכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא.
So as we go into our breakout rooms, make sure everybody has an opportunity to introduce themselves. Let us welcome each other and wish each other a warm good Shabbos, and then we'll come back together to sing Lachadodi.
Oh, here. Do you want to get in a breakout room?
No.
Okay.
Settings privacy camera.
God. Hey, Renee.
Hey, I can't seem to figure this out.
First,
I know.
on the first service, so I don't know. The county.
Right now, we're in a breakout room session. It should be done in about 30 seconds and we'll all be joining back together.
Oh, did you get
Okay.
the mess, Bev?
Hag Sameach, everyone.
Hag Sameach.
Good Shabbos.
Shabbat Shalom.
There's Beth. Go to see everyone.
Why?
Oh, great. Oh, look at them all.
Okay, friends, welcome back. I'm going to invite Brad to lead us in Lecha Dodi. And while you sing Lecha Dodi, everybody, Haley is going to put the words in the chat. I will get prepared for our storytelling this evening.
Lecha Dodi. I am unmuted. All right, that's a good sign. Lecha Dodi lekrat kala yalalai 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 pini Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi lekrat kala yalalai 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 pini Shabbat nekabela. Shamor vezachur bedibur echad. Hishmiyanu elam yuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, l'shem multiferet v'litila, l'echad dodi l'ikrat kala, yalalai 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 p'nei Shabbat, nekabela, l'echad dodi l'ikrat kala, yalalai 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 p'nei Shabbat, nekabela, hitoreri. Hitoreri, kiva ore kumi uri, uri, shir daberi, kevod Adonai alaich nigla. Hey, lecha dodi likrat kala, yalalai, 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 p'nei Shabbat, nekabela, lecha dodi likrat kala, yalalai, 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 p'nei Shabbat, nekabela, yamu yaminu smo tifrotzi. V'et Adonai taharitzi al yadish ben paretzi v'nismecha v'nahagila. Hey, lecha dodi lekrat kala, yalalai 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 p'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi lekrat kala, yalalai 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 p'nei Shabbat nekabela. Boi beshalom materet bala, gam besimcha uvetzala, toch emunei am segula, boi kala, hey lecha dodi likrat kala, yalalai 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 p'nei Shabbat nekabela, lecha dodi likrat kala, yalalai 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 p'nei Shabbat nekabela, lecha dodi likrat kala, yalalai 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 p'nei Shabbat nekabela, lecha dodi likrat kala, yalalai 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 p'nei Shabbat nekabela. I think we timed that just right, Josh. Is that right?
We did. In fact, around a little bit before, but I just was Lecha Dodi so much.
Oh, we could do one more verse.
Let's do it.
We might have to go back because we just have these.
I'm
in
teasing.
front. Oh, okay.
So we have Mount Sinai right behind me, everybody. Is everybody prepared? Do you have your your toppings, all of you who have toppings, and all of you who have ice cream. Do you have ice cream to help us tell the story? And you can't even see my ice cream, so I have to adjust that. Let's see. Now, can you see my mountain? One more. Great. Hopefully we are ready.
Yeah, Josh, it looks, I mean, it looks as good as Bob Ross.
Yes. Awesome. Great. This is my Mount Sinai, and I'm going to suggest that we all set the scene a little bit. And so for those of you who have some of the toppings, let's remember that we were in the wilderness, in the desert. And so just take a couple of your Teddy Grahams and just crumble them to make a fine dust, as if it's the sand in the wilderness, the sand in the desert, as you crumble it over Mount Sinai. So how did we get the Torah? Tonight we are telling the story. So after the sea parted, the Israelites, did I say the Israelites? Now it's time to go back to the Teddy Grahams as we begin to put them as the Israelites all around the mountain. The Israelites gathered, arriving at Mount Sinai. They counted the days till they got there, and it was 50 days when they arrived at Mount Sinai, and they set up camp, and high above them towered this beautiful mountain. And they sensed that it was a holy and sacred place. And do you know how they sensed that it was holy and sacred? The rainbow sprinkles, of course. And so if you have some rainbow sprinkles, please make your mountain as holy as you can. Save a few for a little bit later. Let's be sparing when it comes to our toppings tonight. I promise we'll use all of them by the end of the story. And so Moses, choose another Teddy Graham, hiked up to the top of the mountain. And there, God met Moses. Now, many of you probably have marshmallows. Tonight, the multiple faces that we know to be God, the many names, is represented by the marshmallow, or often in the Torah, it is represented by a cloud. That God is in that cloud. And God said to Moses, "You see what I have done. I have carried you on eagle's wings, and I have made you a treasured people." Now, what says treasured people? Like mini M&Ms? I don't know. So let's put our treasure all over our mountain as the treasured people that we are. And I am giving you tonight this commandment, this Torah. And Moses assembled the people. And if you still have some Teddy Grahams, as I do, you may want to assemble some more, get them around the mountain, maybe stick them on the side. And as the Israelites are gathered round, he said, "I have a message to share with you." But before Moses could even speak, the Israelites said, "Na'aseh v'nishma." Can we all say that together? And maybe we can all unmute so we can hear each other. Na'aseh. It means we will do. It means we will do and we will listen, which is like gold to any parent's ears. So when the Israelites gathered around, saying that they will do and they will listen, Moses hiked back up the mountain, and God answered, I will come to you in a dark cloud this time. So if you have your hot fudge packet, you can see, I have to hold it up against my shirt. Or if that packet just wasn't enough and you needed more hot fudge, I'm gonna invite you to make a thick, dark cloud on top of the mountain. I will come to you in this thick cloud. The people will be able to hear as I speak to you. Prepare them, tell them to wash and bathe their clothes, because in 3 days I'm coming, and who wants to give the Torah to a stinky people? I can still smell the sea of reeds on your clothes. So they bathed up, they got ready, set a boundary around the mountain. And I have to tell you, I would make a makeshift boundary. Tonight I'm using banana chips, because who doesn't love banana chips with their ice cream? You may want to use some more of your M&Ms as a boundary. And he said, God is warning you not to come close to the mountain, because if you touch the mountain, even with your pinky, terrible things will happen. You saw what I did in Egypt. I brought blood, I brought lice, I brought locusts. Even worse will happen. Come close to the mountain, but do not touch it. And the people listened, and they did as God said. And Moses spoke to the assembled people. If you have not used your Teddy Grahams, put more around your mountain. I think I have a few more going around my mountain. And the mountain began to be filled with smoke. So if you have your chocolate sprinkles, let's put some smoke on our mountain. And it was like a furnace. The mountain began to shake. And you could hear God say, my milkshakes bring the Jews to the yard. Hashem, maybe we will have a little bit more Hashem in your marshmallows. Or if you have some whipped cream, bring on the Hashem, bring on God's presence all over the mountain. Hashem descended onto the top of Mount Sinai. Moses was there on top, and all of the people and the animals fell quiet. And here's where you want to use all the rest of your honey grams. Everybody was silent because they were muted on Zoom, like all of you. And the air was still, not a sound could be heard. But suddenly, God's mighty words were heard from one corner of the earth to the other. I am Adonai, your God. And one after the other, God spoke the 10 commandments, sometimes called the 10 Utterances. And Moses came and told the people all of the words that God communicated. They offered sacrifice and they sprinkled blood all over the mountain. Really the altars that were on the mountain, not just the mountain. And Moses went back up to speak with God, to get the rest of the Torah. For 6 days he was up there walking, and then 40 days and 40 nights, and he received the tablets. and Moses was radiant. Present were all the Jewish souls. According to legend, you were there and I was there. Every Jew that has ever been on this earth, from the past, the present, and the future, gathered. And legend said that as we gathered, we said, Na'aseh v'nishma. But tonight, we get to say, Na'aseh v'ne'echol. We will make and we will eat. And so I don't want our ice cream to melt too much. Going to invite Brad to sing us out this evening so that we can all enjoy our ice cream. We're going to sing the prayer, Oseh Shalom. May the one who create peace in the heights create peace for all of Israel, all of us, and the entire world.
And I'm on mute. Okay. And Joshua, are we going to still sing Rock Candy Mountain?
Sorry about that.
No, it's all right.
Rock Candy Mountain.
Should we do that first?
Yes.
Okay, let's do that first. So this is called Big Rock Candy Mountain, and it seems like it is very appropriate for this exact moment in time. It's a song about people who think and hope and wish for a better place, and the better place seems to be in front of all of you in terms of the ice cream and the jimmies and all the goodness. So here's Big Rock Candy Mountain. One evening as the sun went down and the jungle fires were burning, down the track came a hobo hiking, and he said, boys, I'm not turning. Well, I'm headed for a land that's far away beside the crystal fountains. So come with me and we'll go see the Big Rock Candy Mountains. Yeah, let's go check that out. Well, in the Big Rock Candy Mountains, there's a land that's fair and bright, where the handouts grow on bushes and you sleep out every night. Where the boxcars are all empty and the sun shines every day, and the birds and the bees and the bubblegum trees, the lemonade springs where the bluebird sings in the Big Rock Candy Mountains. Well, that's kind of a fun place. Awesome. Well, in the Big Rock Candy Mountains, all the cops have wooden legs, and the bulldogs all have rubber teeth, and the hens lay soft-boiled eggs. Well, that's weird. The farmers' trees are full of fruit, and the barns are full of hay. Well, I'm bound to go where there ain't no snow, where the rain don't fall and the winds don't blow, in the Big Rock Candy Mountains. And the birds and the bees and the bubblegum trees and the lemonade springs where the bluebird sings in the Big Rock Candy Mountains. Wow. I bet there's some other stuff there, too. Well, in the Big Rock Candy Mountains, the jails are made of tin, and you can walk right out again as soon as you walk in. Well, there ain't no short-handed shovels, no axes, picks, or saws. I'm bound to stay where you sleep all day, where you slung the jerk who invented work in the Big Rock Candy Mountains. Well, I'm bound to go where there ain't no snow, where the rain don't fall and the winds don't blow, the Big Rock Candy Mountain. Well, the birds and the bees and the bubblegum trees and the lemonade springs where the bluebird stings in the Big Rock Candy Mountain. Yum, yum.
I got very excited by this. That's why I was like rushing us off. But we also have some announcements this evening. So Nancy Kreisman, if you will give us some announcements while we eat ice cream. It's the best way to listen to announcements.
Yes, I think that's a very good thing here. First of all, I want to say Shabbat Shalom and welcome to everybody. It's wonderful to see you all here. And I'm having fun watching everybody eat, and I'm sitting here not eating. I forgot to get ice cream. Anyway, we're so glad to host so many of you, friends from Atlanta, congregants, people from all over the country, to our virtual service.
I have plenty to share with you, Nancy.
What? There's plenty to share?
Plenty to share with you.
I'm coming over soon. We'll stay 6 feet away from each other. Anyway, join us for daily and weekly gatherings, which will be continuing every week. We have mindful moments at 8:45, and we finish the day with a 10-minute minion at 7:45. The CBH board continues to meet weekly on Tuesday at 5:30. And our bi-weekly Monday evening meditation and chant session will be this Monday, June 1st at 6 o'clock. And there will be a Yisker service tomorrow at 10 a.m. Okay, there's so much stuff here. Okay, let's see here. We have a whole section of the website dedicated to COVID resources and responses. So please go to our website, and all you have to do is put in congregationbethaverim.org, and you will see it in the main navigation tab across the top, COVID Central. CBH members are reminded that we're having this Sunday our congregational meeting regarding COVID gathering procedures. So please join us. We will love to have you at 11 a.m. Bring leftover ice cream. That'll make it more fun. And as we're sad to sort of say, but at the same time, we're excited to be celebrating Amy Robertson. And so next Friday night, we are going to have a very, very special service for this very, very special person who's touched so many of us in our synagogue and beyond. And I guess it's okay, she's on here. I guess it's not I don't know. It's not a surprise, right? All right, yeah, will you step out or something? So we have a couple of really fun things we want to do to honor Amy. And you can, there's 3 of them, actually. There's more than 3, but we'll start with 3. You can send us a photograph that represents something about the way you've connected with Amy, but not Amy. She don't want to be in that photograph. And you can also make a big sign with 1 word or 2-word phrase, no more, that tells the rest of the congregation what value Amy represents to us. That's going to be hard to only choose 1 or 2 words, but make it big and bold because we're going to show it to her during the service, and she will be surprised. And then the third thing that you can do, if you'd like, is to write a note to Amy. You can email the note, and we will compile it in a larger document to share with Amy in a way that she can enjoy and read privately. So these notes have to be sent by the 6/1, which is coming around the corner, to Sandra Menace. And you can also handwrite it or you can type it. Anyway, finally, if you're able, and this is not really a finally in my opinion, we really would appreciate any donations that you guys can make to support all the stuff that we've been doing. We know that people are facing a shifting financial landscape, and that some of our members are going to need to step back, but we're hoping that other members and friends will consider stepping up. Every donation really does count. So Shabbat Shalom, and thank you for letting me do this. And thank you for listening and eating your ice cream. I'm done.
Thank you, Nancy. So in a moment, we'll conclude with Oseh Shalom. Thanks everybody for gathering and watching at the what was an amazing mountain slowly become a mudslide right before our eyes. And who knew you could not only touch the mountain, but you could eat it. If only the Israelites back then could know that. I know that there were some issues with Zoom. So if there are some people who put your name in the chat, if there are people who need to say Kaddish who didn't get to because we said it earlier in the service, please just put your name up and we'll ask for a handful of us to stay for people to be able to do that. Want to thank Brad for helping lead tonight's service. So just very appreciative. And I'm going to turn it over to him to lead Oseh Shalom.
Well, everybody, it was really good to see you and awesome to see all of your ice cream mountains, and especially Rabbi Josh's rendition of Topanga Canyon during mudslide times. It's a delicious way of celebrating a mudslide. But so here's our ending prayer and song as we hope for peace for all of us. It's a good thing to sing about and wish for. Ose shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru imru amen. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Lo choseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ve'imru amen. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. 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 Shalom and Chag Sameach, everyone.
Sameach, Shabbat Shalom. Wonderful to see all of you.
Thanks, Rabbi Josh.
See many of you.
Shabbat Shalom.
I invite a few folks to stay for Kaddish, please.
Wants people to keep. Yes.
Crossword is not good for you.
So I'm going to invite, I'm glad that we have this other opportunity. For me, this has been a highlight of the week, but it has been a very hard week. I reflected earlier on Facebook, and I think also on our Facebook page, and it'll go up on our my blog on the page. That for me, in terms of receiving Torah, often I think of the whole tablets, but this year I really thought about the broken tablets. That amongst the shards, I recognize that we have reached the 100,000 people who have died in this country, 160,000 people worldwide, and to learn about the death of George Floyd. And today there was a trans man in Florida, African-American, who was shot by police as well. And so just an incredible amount of violence. We saw this week also the video of Amy and Christian Cooper and that really challenging exchange. And so that racism has been harmful and ultimately lethal, and that we've seen time and time again, along with this, has made the kind of this idea of the brokenness of our Torah a really real thing, and it has to live alongside the whole Torah. So I was just thinking about the Torah bring forth of Tzedek, the pursuit of a system that holds up a sense of human dignity for every person, is something that is still so far off. And unfortunately, this week we have to say Kaddish for people who have been at the dangerous and lethal end of a racist and unjust system. So I call to mind George Floyd, who died this week, and others. And I want to invite you to say the names of your loved ones as we say Kaddish together.
Alice,
Mute yourselves.
Alice Miller, my mother.
Jason Bach.
Irving Gross, Jane Gross.
Doris Sherman.
Doris Kreisman, Danny Kreisman.
Schwartz and Ben Gross.
Sheila Muntesheimer.
Sorry, Barbara.
Jorge Castillejo.
Frank
Say
Thompson.
Kaddish for all those who died from COVID-related illnesses, for all those who have died because of the isolation that sheltering in place has caused. Memories be a blessing. Yid Kadal, V'yid Shemei Rabbah, V'yalma Divra Chirute, V'yamlich Machute, V'chayechon, V'yomechon, V'chaye D'chol Beit Yisrael, Ba'gala, V'zman Kari, V'imru Amen. Yehesh Me'rabba Mevorach Le'olam Omein Omaya. Yiparach V'yishtabach V'pa'ar V'tramam V'itnaseh V'tadar V'taleh V'talal Shmei B'kudsha B'richu Le'ela Mikol Birchata V'shirata Tushbechata V'nechemata Da'amiran Be'alma V'imru Amen. Yehesh Lama Rabba Amin Shemaya V'chayim Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen. Oseh Shalom Bimrama Buya Aseh Shalom Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'al Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen.
Amen.
Shabbat Shalom, my friends.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, family.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Adios.
Adios.
Shabbat Shalom, Brad. Good luck swimming.
Everybody. Miss you guys.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat
Thank
Shalom.
you.
Be well. Be well, everybody.
Did a great job with your fun.
Shalom.
Brad.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Thank you, Brad.
Oh yeah, for sure. I enjoyed it.
Thank you, Brad.
I enjoyed it.
Oh, I know.
There's much more
Thanks, Nancy,
enjoyable.
for the announcements. Hey, Susan. Hey, Howard and Patty. It's good to see you.
Thank you. Great job.
Mark, how are you?
Good. That Mark.
That Mark. The Mark.
All marks.
A banana.
Pod.
Renee, it's good to see you. Shabbat Shalom.
Hello. Enjoy your ice cream.
Thank you. I think I'm done.
Oh my God, did Alex help you with it?
He had a spoonful. That was it.
Ah,
The rest? Oh, boy.
The rest is melted on my pan.
Oh,
A very
Good night, you
Sam,
guys.
if you were here, I would share my ice cream with you.
Hello.
See you guys.
Oh.
Amy, it was good to see you.
Hey, you too. Hey, Josh, what do you have underneath the ice cream? The white, what was white?
So that's the whipped cream and some other ice cream that melted.
Okay, because I was trying to figure out like the sort of the skill of it all.
Yes.
We got to get on top of the bowl.
When we do it together in the synagogue, we make a platform of brownies to hold it.
Okay. I couldn't remember. I've been there, but I just couldn't remember. So
Yeah.
we have
How are you?
Good to see you, Susan. Or
guys
to
later. Thank you.
hey, Renee.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Be well, stay healthy.